Hello, this is Ketan. Today I am going to explain you measures of dispersion, that is your unit number 5. I want to recommend you, before going to this video, learn mean, mode, median, because I'm going to use those terms here, so you should know about how what is mean, mode, median. Uh, I'm going to upload that video for the mean, mode, median afterwards, but I have already explained those topic in a class, but I want to explain these things here right now. That is the measure of dispersions. So the measure of dispersion, the first definition comes in a measure of dispersion is a range. If you have a data set, then how means how much variation does it contain? It explained by this range. So the definition of a range is the difference between the largest and the smallest measurement, that is the observation. So it usually denotes by R. And the example how the range is measured, the example for this: consider the data set having the observation 2, 4, 9, 25, 27, 14, 15. So to find out the range, pick the maximum value, that is the largest value, and the smallest value, that is the minimum value, and take the difference between these two. The difference is coming 25. But there are lot of possibility. There are the chances where the two different data set having a different kind of observation, but the range of these two data set will be having the same. So to compare those data set, to explain that one, I have considered the data set like 4, 7, 8, 5, 25, 29, 14, 17. So I have picked the smallest and the largest. The difference between is 27. So like that, this range comes in a pictures. So but here you can see the both the data set having the different kind of observation but having the same kind of range. So to compare this kind of data sets, we have to we to compare this type of data set, we have to consider the coefficient of a range. The coefficient of a range is the ratio of maximum the difference between the maximum and the minimum value to the sum of the maximum and the minimum value. This is the coefficient of a range. So if the coefficient smaller the coefficient of range, the lesser the variation. If the larger the coefficient of range, the larger more the variation. So this is all about the coefficient of range and the range. But if these two are the simple example, if the data set is having the group kind of a data, so to in your book also they have explained, if this contains the group of data, then take the midpoint of that group of a last group and last group, and the midpoint of the first group data, and take a difference between this and take a difference between these two, you will get the range. And likewise the coefficient of range, this is the formula. So from this formula you can find out the group of a data, like coefficient of a range of this data. Now the next thing is variation. The variance, not variation, it's a variance. So variance is defined as it is the average of a square of a deviation of observation from their mean. Basically the variance and the standard deviation. The next definition of a standard deviation is the square root of the variance. These two parameters explain how the data set is dispersed about it around the mean value of that data set. So to explain how the variance and the standard deviation is find out, I have to go I'm going to explain this I have to give the example and This is one of the example in your book. So I'm going to explain this thing. Before that, I am to explain the what are the terms contained in that one, in this formula. The first is xi. The xi is nothing but your observations. X bar is your mean value and your number of observations. So this is all about the definition of the variance. So to explain that one, how to find out the variance and the standard deviation, I have to explain this. I'm going to explain this example. Consider these are the observation. This is the 10 observation: 230, 235, 260, 267, 270, 225, and the last one is a 232. So to find out the variance, first we have to find out the mean of this data set. The mean of this data set is nothing but the average. Take the average, this average of this data set. The average is coming 250. Now the mean value is 250, that is x bar. Now subtract this, take a difference of 230, that is the first observation, minus the mean value, that is considered as a negative minus 20. Now 235 minus 250, that is a mean value, this is a 15. 260 minus 250, this is a 10. Like this it is coming, like this column is coming from xi minus this value 250. So this will get this column. After that, take the square of this column, that is minus 20 square 400 minus 15 square is 225. It should be 225, not it should not be 25, it's 225. Now 10 square 100, 17 square 289, 20 square 400, 5 square 25, 5 square 25, 0 0 6 36 18 324. Take the sum of this and divide it by n, that is your observation, and the n is 10, the total number of observations. So the variance is coming 182.4 because we have divided this term by 10, and the variance, the standard deviation is coming as under root of 182.4, the under root of this thing, that is 13.51. So this is all about the standard deviations and the variance, how it is find out. And for the group and all those things I have explained in this, all those topics in a class. Now the next thing is why we have find out the standard deviations and why, what's its use and the variance, what's its application. To explain that one, I have to explain the normal distributed data sets. So the normally distributed data set is not, if you consider the y-axis is a frequency and x-axis is your observation, and if you plot the, if you plot this graph, you'll get a different kind of observation, you'll get the different kind of graphs, but there is a particular unique type of a graph which will have the central peak like this, the bell shape, this is a bell shape, and the symmetry about the peak here and here, and the unimodal. Unimodal means having the one and only one peak. So this is called as a normally distributed graph data set. If the data set is having this kind of the frequency with respect to the data, with respect to the observation or with respect to the data set, then this is called as a normally distributed data set or the variations. So to explain what is the why we are using. So the standard deviation for this data, this kind of a normally distributed graph, the standard deviation, the first standard deviation gives how it that is standard deviation gives idea about how the data set is dispersed about its mean. So consider this is a standard, this is our mean. For the normally distributed, the mean mode median is at the center. So this is our mean value, and this is our first standard deviation, like from here to here one standard deviation, here to here one standard deviation, that is a -1 and +1 about the mean value, mean mode and median. So about this, from -1 to +1, it considers 61% of your data set. From -2 to +2, it considers the 90% of your observation, and from -3 to +3, it considers the 97 of your observation, includes the 97 of your observations. So this is all about the normally distributed curves. So I explained what is the characteristics of the normal distribution and why we called it as the normally distributed curves. So now the next thing is the coefficient of a variance. It is a ratio of standard deviation to its mean, and it's so here is the formula: standard deviation and its mean, and it is a unit less. The smaller is the value of standard your CV, that is the coefficient of variation, the more is the homogeneity. Basically the coefficient of variation is explain your how what's the consistency of your data set, whether it is consistent or not. Like the observation is having the what you say, if you consider the cricketer, and if he score some runs in each and every inning, if he score consistently, means he scores 50 runs, like consistently 50 runs each inning, so he is very consistent and his performance is very consistent. But somebody is not somebody is playing like 100 runs per, like 100 runs in one evening, and and after that he scores 5 to 3 runs, then he is not consistent. So to explain the consistency, whether it is performing well or not, it doesn't matter. The performance is we can find out the performance, whether it is a performance well or not, from the mean value, mode and median. From this value we can find out whether it is performance is whether he is performing better or not. But whether he is consistent or not, it explained by the coefficient of variance. This is all about the coefficient of coefficient of variations. Now if you have a two different data set, and if you know the mean, mode, that is the number of observation, mean of that observation, and the standard deviation of that data set. The first data set for this one, and the next data set is this one, that is for the first data set, and for the next data set this is observation. N is observation, M is observation for the first, N is observation for the second. Mean for the first data set, mean for the second data set, y bar and x bar, and sigma 1 is a standard deviation for the first data set, sigma 2 is the standard deviation for the second data set. So to find out the standard deviation for the combination of these two data set, this is the formula, and we in your book it is mentioned that the proof is not required for this combining the formula for the combined standard deviation. So sorry so this is all about the combination of standard deviation. This is a formula that I have explained. The M is the observation for the first number of observation, N is the number of observation for the second, sigma is standard deviation, sigma 2 is also standard deviation. D, I am going to explain now D1 and D2. D1 is the, if you combine this both data set and find out the mean, that is the x bar c. X bar c, this what you say is a subscript. So this is a combined mean, and this is a what you say, the mean of the first data set. So take a difference, then that would be a d1, and for the next one, the y1, that is the mean of second data set minus the combination mean, combined mean. So the difference between this is a d2. So like this it happens. So this is all about your major sign. This is all about your measures of dispersions. Thank you. Now I'm going to stop here. Thank you.